I went to Thanksgiving and I got clothes and everything for her, and I told Miss Greathouse I'd like to see my daughter, but she wanted money instead of clothes, diapers. I haven't seen Leilani is because she wouldn't let me see her. It was always about money. If no money was given to her, there was no seeing my daughter.
Court calls. Cause number 25-01-07942. In the interest of Leilani Greathouse. Appearing today through Zoom on video is the Assistant Attorney General, Mr. Hawkins. Also appearing today through Zoom on video is Haley Greathouse. And appearing today through Zoom on video is Christopher Hernandez Jr. And the court record reflects that Casey Stewart is also a party to this case, but is the presumed father. I don't show that he was served, but the court does have jurisdiction and acquires jurisdiction over Mr. Stewart. So I do find that this case is ready for hearing. So Mr. Hawkins, your petition.
State would like to start, Your Honor, by asking the court to take judicial notice of the DNA testing report that is on file with the court.
All right, the court does take judicial notice and has reviewed the genetic testing report that does show that the probability that Christopher Hernandez is the biological father of the child Leilani is in excess of 99.99%.
State would then like to call Miss Greathouse. Miss Greathouse, could you please state your full name for the record?
Haley Danae Greathouse.
You are the mother of Leilani Sky Greathouse?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
How is Leilani covered as far as health insurance goes?
She has Medicaid and dental insurance through Superior Health.
And ma'am, how would you describe your personal relationship to Mr. Hernandez?
It's very toxic, and I try to be cordial and co-parenting, but every time I want to be cordial, it seems like I'm being put down. It's like I'm argumentative when all I want is what's best for her. I would like a co-parent relationship, but it just can't happen that way. The parents of him, they were on good standing with me until last night. I guess Christopher Hernandez told them something, and they cut off all ties to me and the baby last night. Said they don't want any part of the baby or anything right now because whatever he said to them upset his dad so much that they don't want no part of the baby anymore.
Do you think the two of you at all can make joint managing decisions about your child together?
No.
Who has currently made all the decisions?
Me.
And has Mr. Hernandez ever made a decision for her?
No.
How would you describe Leilani's relationship to her father?
She don't really know him that much. When we go to church, she's uncomfortable with everyone that she doesn't really know. She only knows my family because they're always around. But her grandparents on his side, she pulls away when they reach for her. She does the same with Chris and cries the whole time in church when they have her because she wants.
Are you comfortable with Mr. Hernandez having visitation?
Not unsupervised, no.
Who would you be comfortable supervising it?
Well, he gets along with my mom.
And has there ever been an issue between Mr. Hernandez and Leilani in the past?
I mean, he's watched her once or so by herself, but it was only for like 20 minutes while I ran to her, but not that was when she was baby.
When did you and Mr. Hernandez kind of formally separate?
We never really dated until she was 7 days old. We separated when he was about, I would say, 8 months old, or well, we actually separated when she was 4 months old because there was an incident where he came to my apartment drunk at 1 a.m. on August 24th, and he was irate because I wasn't answering him, so I was asleep, and the baby was about 4 months old. I heard a knock on my door, and I went to answer it, and I took a recording of it. He was very irate, calling me ugly names, threatening me, and he had went to jail, and as I went to get the little cashier's check that the jail gave him from him getting out early, he basically had snatched the check out of my hand and was very irate. He opened the screen door and stepped a foot in, and I had to call the cops on him. In the video I stated I'm calling the cops because I got scared.
And so after that 4-month period, has he provided anything for you and the child?
The last time he bought something for her was, I think a couple weeks ago, was diapers and wipes, but that was it. The last time he saw her was January 27th, and that's when he really cut off. Whenever we get in good, like whenever I'm the one always apologizing and I'm trying to be cordial for her, he'll be nice and stuff, and then it just turns in, if it doesn't happen, something doesn't go his way, he gets upset with me. Like, for instance, my sister's having problems in Arkansas last night. We were good all day yesterday, and I let him know after court I might have to go to Arkansas because my sister needs help getting home because she's in a toxic relationship. He got upset because supposedly his mom's supposed to come down here, and me doing that wasn't going to benefit him, his mom, and his brother meeting the baby. So he got kind of defensive and caused the argument, and that's when he went to tell his dad or Christy, whatever he told them, and they came at me sideways and said they don't want no part of me or the baby anymore because there's too much drama going on.
Circling back a little bit, if you just had to estimate, how much roughly do you think he has provided to you?
800 to 1,000 since she's been born.
Leilani has your last name of Greathouse, is that right?
Yes, since birth. Because when she was born, he wasn't allowed in the hospital room due to a CPS case out of the lady. She put a protective order against my kids, against Chris, for something that had happened because someone someone had keyed my car in the past and they thought it was him. The cop.
Is there a current CPS case?
No.
So that whatever case that was,
Yeah,
this is
so
now
that's
closed
the
and
only
done.
reason he wasn't there to be in the room and sign the birth certificates, because there was a CPS case against him and the lady didn't want him involved, so I had to go under an alias name when she was born.
But you think it's in her best interest to keep the last name Greathouse?
I do, honestly. I mean, they don't have, and the family just is in and out of her life. It's never really been a constant thing. And then Chris likes to drink, which I'm not against him drinking. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do any of that. He can do what he wants, free will. But as for the baby, I've been her sole taker since she came out, and in the process, I ended up getting paralyzed. So I don't get to work because of the fact that I'm paralyzed from it. And all I asked for was respect. Out of the fact that I was left hospital crippled, and all I wanted was respect for me, bringing her into this world. And even though I've been put down at the family, I've allowed chance after chance after chance. I make cordial, which me and the grandparents don't have any problems. We're good. We communicate. It's just the father and me don't get along due to the fact that it's his way. I feel like it's his way or it's no way. I just wanted what's in best interest of her. That's all I want is my daughter's safety.
Given some of these things you've talked about, are you asking the court to keep your phone number, address, all those things private in this order today?
Yeah. Well, he knows where I live, but if I was to move, I mean,
If
yeah.
you were to,
Yes,
okay. Do you have any safety issues with anybody other than Mr. Hernandez?
No.
Your Honor, at this time I pass this witness.
Mr. Hernandez, as an unrepresented party, you have the right to cross-examine the witness. Do you have any questions?
No, not necessarily, Your Honor.
The state would like to call Mr. Hernandez. Mr. Hernandez, could you please state your full name for the record?
Christopher Lawrence Hernandez Jr.
And you are the father of Leilani?
Yes, sir.
How would you describe the two of y'all's personal relationship?
There were issues before that. You know, she will always tell me that it wasn't my kid. It is my kid. It wasn't my kid. You know, on going forth. Until the day she was born, she came and knocked on my door. Oh, well, she will always come by my house and knock on my door. She will, you know, blow up my phone. And because of the reason why I never answered her, Your Honor, was because she said that it wasn't mine. You know, I honestly just backed off.
Do you think the two of y'all get along?
No, we do not get along.
Do you think that the two of you could make joint managing decisions about Leilani together?
Yes.
What kind of visitation are you seeking today, sir?
I'm seeking for expanded standard visitation.
And you don't think there'd be any issues with you having standard visitation with Leilani?
No, sir.
When was the last time you saw Leilani?
I saw her in January.
How did that visit go?
I got to see her on New Year's. Around that night, her behavior kind of changed because it was good at first, but then she started, you know, saying some things that I didn't like and I didn't agree to, so I left.
Are you employed right now, sir? Are you paid hourly or salary at that job?
I get paid hourly, $16 an hour.
You heard Mrs. Greathouse's testimony as to retro and support. Since the two of you kind of formally separated, have you supported them in any way?
Yes, sir, I have. I supported my daughter since she was born. Well, I will send her money through Cash App. I have transactions that I've sent. I paid over more than $800 and $1,000. I would say at least like $11,000 throughout the whole time.
Wow. Ms. Greathouse, no. If you're gonna have to make comments, you're gonna have to mute.
Oh, no, I'm
Okay.
not saying anything. I'm just looking at.
Somebody over in your section said something because your spot lit up. All right, go ahead, Mr. Hernandez.
I would say monthly, I have given her $3,000, not more. And I also have provided diapers and white during the time when we were together.
Do you believe you owe any retroactive child support today?
No, sir.
Currently, the child's last name is Greathouse. Do you think it should stay that way?
No, sir. I want her last name to be mine.
And do you think that's in her best interest?
Yes, sir.
Why is that?
She has a loving family that loves her, that supports her as much as I. And I would like to be added my last name on her, you know, because to be honest with y'all, she deserves to have both loving parents.
Sir, do you have any safety concerns with Miss Greathouse or any other third party?
No, Miss Greathouse is actually a good mom, good mother to my child, good mother to the two other kids that she has. She really is.
One
She's
other
good.
question I have for you, sir. Do you have any other children?
No, sir, just one.
Your Honor, at this time, I pass this witness.
Mr. Hernandez, I was a little confused. You're saying you paid Miss Greathouse over $11,000 just since Leilani was born?
Yes, Your Honor.
And that was just for Leilani?
Yes, it was just for Leilani, but it was also to other kids. I was there for them most of the time I can be possible, but but most of it was for not just my kid, but for all the kids, because I love them all the same.
And Miss Greathouse said something about your parents were going to come down and I guess visit with the child.
Yes,
and now that's been canceled. Did Miss Greathouse know that they were planning to come down before yesterday?
Yes, Your Honor.
When did they tell her that they were coming down?
Well, Your Honor, I had told her that last week at church that my mother and my brother are coming down to visit and they would like to see Leilani. That was the plan.
But things happen in life, Mr. Hernandez. Did your family then say, well, then we don't want to have anything to do with this child?
No, my mother and my brother and my dad and my family want part of her life. I have initiated the paternity and believe the children need both parents equally. Co-parenting is priority. I have provided for Haley and all the children, all documented in Cash App. I have cared for all of Haley's children numerous occasions. When I was led to believe that we were in a relationship until we separated in September. I only sent money through Cash App. I was told that it was for living expenses. I don't know what she did with all that, but anyways, I did that because we had a past history. I had let Miss Greathouse use my card without my acknowledgement, and she paid for her father's table and made a car payment, which I had to report to the bank. Leilani has many supportive family who love her as much as I do, and she will be safe in a nurturing environment. And while I'm at work, she will be in daycare.
Mr. Hernandez, what do you think extended standard possession is?
Well, Your Honor, 50-50 earlier, but he told me that you might not believe in 50-50.
It's
But
not
if,
that I don't believe in it, Mr. Hernandez, but you want to tell me how I'm supposed to adjudicate that when the two of you can't even talk to each other?
Your Honor, I have tried to talk to her about Leilani. I try to make things work out for just Leilani and just for our child. I went to Thanksgiving one week and I got clothes and everything for her, and I told Miss Gray I'd like to see my daughter, but she wanted money instead of clothes, diapers, etc. And I have text messages and a voice call for that proof.
How often have you been seeing Leilani?
The past 2 months, I haven't seen Leilani is because she wouldn't let me see her. It was always about money. If no money was given to her, there was no seeing my daughter, because around that time, there wasn't any rights. I didn't have right to visit her, see her. It was just like only on her terms.
Before that, how often were you seeing Leilani?
Every day, I will go over it every day after work. As soon as I get off work, I'll go go in my house, get ready, and I'll just go over there. Most days, there was times where I stayed over there at Miss Greyhouse's apartment, and I will spend time with all the kids and just go off and just go. And while she goes off to whatever she needed to go do, like go to the store, whatever she needed to do, I was always watching the kids. I will watch the kids, go play with them, bond with them. And not just her kids, but my kid as well.
What happened in September?
What happened in September was that we just didn't work out. You know, we didn't work out. It was really about her mental health, and I was trying to talk. I'll try to talk it out, trying to make the conversation, but she was just so mad at me. I tried to tell her the best advice I can give her, and I said, and at that point, Your Honor, at the end of that September of that day, I said, you know what? If you're not happy with me, then we shouldn't be together. Let's just focus on Leilani.
You have to call the cops on you?
She did, but there was no reason because most of the time I left. Because the arguments that were leading to,
Okay, hang on, Mr. Hernandez. Most of the time you just left. How many times did she have to call the police on you?
Well, the thing is, I left. She only called the cops like one time. I decided to leave, but whenever I left, all of a sudden I got the cops were here at my house the next day, and I don't really start the argument. I have proof that.
Let's see it, Mr. Hernandez. Then you need to prove up the predicate for getting a video.
Do you know how I can do that through a Zoom meeting?
I have no idea. I don't know your phone, but before you even play it, you need to prove up the predicate. You need to tell me why this is what you're saying it is.
Well, for the predicate, Your Honor, not all fathers are bad fathers.
That's not part of the predicate to get a video in, Mr. Hernandez. Why should I believe whatever video you're trying to show me? Why is it reliable?
It's reliable because I don't have a bad history of family violence. I've never.
You can stop trying. You can stop trying to pull it up because that's not the predicate either.
I'm trying to pull it up, but I don't know how to pull it up.
You can stop doing that because I'm not going to let you admit it because that's not the predicate. What else did you want me to know, Miss Greathouse?
So whenever you said that I went to his house, that was my mom, because when I had the baby, I was paralyzed, so I couldn't walk or run or anything. So my mom went by his house because she left the hospital and went by, and he told me that's not his baby because there were two presumed fathers, but I had to get a DNA test to rule out one of them, which that's what we did. So basically, my mom was the one, and I would go by his house, but wouldn't stop, wouldn't knock. I tried calling him and stuff to get him to be a part of the baby because I needed him, because I was helpless, I was paralyzed, I didn't have no help. Whenever he came back, he was very his anger is ugly, and I do have the video when he came to my house, and he was very vulgar. And the reason he got arrested was because in the video he looked crazy in the video because he was drinking, and he decided to come over and he opened the door and snatched the check. I told him to get out of my house. I'm going to call the cops. The cops came to his house that night. The video ended because he did grab my phone and he threw the phone onto the baby's bassinet. So the cops showed up to his house and they arrested him for burglary of a habitation with the intent to assault, because in the video you can see him open my screen door and let himself in a little bit.
Are those charges still pending?
No, the state dropped them, but I was calling them to see if they were still pending, because whenever me and Chris get in contact, I get anxiety because I do have anxiety from past tense of stuff going on, and I do take medication because it helps me like mellow out. But my mental health is good. I had the CPS case. They see me as not a bad mom. I do my part. I provide food for my kids. I do what I can. Get them to school on time. I do whatever.
All right, what else do you want to tell me?
Well, I think I know how to share it if you wanted to see that video of that.
Can you prove up the predicate?
Yes, I believe.
Tell me the predicate. Why is it reliable?
It's reliable because when he decides to drink, he makes irrational decisions.
That's not the predicate either, so that's not coming in.
That's fine. I don't care to bash anyone. I just want what's best for her.
Sure. Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else? Do you want to ask or follow up on anything, Mr. Hawkins?
No, Your Honor.
Any rebuttal, Mr. Hernandez?
No, Your Honor.
Then here's what we're going to do. Court finds I have jurisdiction over the parties and over the subject matter. Based on the genetic testing, I do find that Christopher Hernandez Jr. is the biological father of the child, Leilani, and I do establish the legal parent-child relationship between Mr. Hernandez and the child. And I exclude Casey Stewart. Thank you. Or enter an adjudication of non-parentage in regards to him, so now he's out of the picture. I do find that the presumption for joint managing conservatorship has been rebutted, and I appoint the mother, Haley Greathouse, as the sole managing conservator of the child with the right to determine the primary residence of the child without geographic restriction. I do appoint Father Mr. Hernandez as a possessory conservator. I order the parents to communicate through the co-parenting application APPCLOSE. And I order that both of you have that downloaded to your device by 5 p.m. today. That's how you communicate about Leilani. The value of the AppClose is that your messages can be obtained into a transcript that is in a form admissible to the court. If you continue to have issues and y'all can't be pleasant to each other, then you've got this, it'll all be in the app and you can prove it to the court. At this time, I am entering the recommended periods of possession for children under the age of 3. So until Leilani turns 1, Mr. Hernandez will have the right to see the child each Wednesday and Friday from 6 p.m. until 8 p.m. and on Sundays from 4 p.m. until 6 p.m. If something comes up and he can't make one of those visits, then y'all have to schedule a makeup time within the same week. Once she turns 2, Mr. Hernandez will have the right to see the child on her birthday from 6 to 8, and then the Wednesdays and Fridays continue from 6 to 8, but the Sunday expands to start at 2 p.m. and end at 6 p.m. on that same day. The order, it will be attached to your court order, and so that also addresses Christmas and Thanksgiving. Once Leilani turns 2, again, the second and third birthdays, Mr. Hernandez gets her from 6 to 8. The Wednesdays and Fridays from 6 to 8 continues, but the Sundays starts at noon, from noon until 6 p.m. Once the child turns 3, then Mr. Hernandez gets a standard possession order. But I do order you, Mr. Hernandez, not to consume any alcohol or controlled substance without a doctor's prescription during or 48 hours prior to any period of possession. I find that Mr. Hernandez is currently earning an average gross monthly income of $2,773.33. I order Ms. Greathouse to maintain the child on the government medical assistance program, and I order Mr. Hernandez to pay a cash medical support of $150 a month. Now, Ms. Greathouse, as long as you've got the child on the government plan, the state's going to keep that $150. Okay? But between the cash medical support and the taxes, Mr. Hernandez's net resource is $2,248.25. One child before the court. No other children he has a duty to support. Guideline rate 20%. I order Mr. Hernandez to pay a current child support of $450 a month. Enter no retroactive support judgment, especially if you had other possibilities, then Mr. Hernandez has, even under your testimony, Ms. Greathouse, he's paid more than he probably should have. I do grant the non-disclosure of Ms. Greathouse's information. I am not changing the child's surname, and I authorize wage withholding. All payments must go through the state disbursement unit. Mr. Hernandez, don't give any more money directly to Ms. Greathouse. I will not consider it child support or medical support. Any unreimbursed medical expenses are split between the parents 50-50. So if the child's ever on regular insurance and you've got co-pay pays and that kind of thing, and you think you're going to have to come back to court, Ms. Greathouse, to recover that money, or Mr. Hernandez, if you're the one who pays out of pocket, there is a process you have to follow to get that money recovered. It is laid out in the court order. Please be sure to review it. In addition, I order Mr. Greathouse to pay the court costs due as billed to Garza County District Clerk in 30 days. Now, if anybody does not like what I've ruled, you each have the right to ask the district court to rehear any or all of it. It's called a de novo, but it must be filed in 3 business days. If you want to do that, you at least talk to a private attorney. Now, it's not my job to tell anybody to file or not file a de novo. I just had to make sure you knew you had the right to file it. But we are adjourned and y'all are free to go.